Привет, this is Sevasia and I present to you the Black Mirror. We wanted to go to the pub. I have recorded that section or that session before, but I did record it, so that means I played it but I didn't record it, which is actually partly a good thing, because I've got some inkling what I'm doing. That means I'll get more footage onto that video than I did at the first attempt. Main reason is I have to talk to this Harry person time and again to get the answer I need to hear from him. I was waiting for Mark to appear and that was nonsense. Hello?
Changed your mind about the dinner? My Mary makes some wonderful meals. Everyone around here will tell you that.
I believe you. I'm just not hungry yet.
I am.
I would like to ask a couple of questions, though.
Okay, feel free.
I'll take the venison, thank you very much.
Have you seen Mark around?
No, he hasn't shown up yet.
Right.
He's probably got some work to do. Are you looking for him?
Not really. Just asking.
And the thing is, I'll get this answer a couple of times before I get the answer I want. And I don't think that I really have to do anything else.
What'll it be, sir?
I'd like to ask about something.
Sure, go ahead.
Different start to the conversation is a good sign.
Have you seen Mark? He was supposed to wait
Great.
for me here.
Aye, he popped in just a moment ago, but went somewhere right away. But he's left his key for you here.
Brilliant. Give it here.
Thanks.
That pretty much means I can go to the morgue. I was going back and forth from the village to the manor to the morgue because I had not the slightest idea what the hell I was missing, because I was waiting for Mark to show up, but of course he didn't, because, well, he doesn't, does he? What we really got to do is unlock this thing and then look inside and see this.
The stink of decaying flesh is forcing tears into my eyes.
I don't be a wuss.
Disgusting.
You're a wuss.
Human remains. Shouldn't they be buried deep in the ground?
Yep.
Tied up bags, oozing blood. I'm not touching that.
Neither would I, honey. Anyway, we've got the clothes here.
The pockets are empty, but I feel something hard inside. The gem has perfectly smooth edges.
Now there's a... So we were told by
All
Henry
the parts have clicked together perfectly.
that this thing had a stone in it and he pawned it off because of that, but he apparently kept the stone. Makes sense of that? I don't. Now we go to the vicarage. We were told that the next day the vicar will be there, so... the vicar. The father, whatever his name was, would be there. And so now it's next day apparently, and the door is open actually. There is a door that won't open.
The grate is locked.
And there is a stone tablet.
The church was built during the reign of Marcus Gordon the Merciful in 1230. Let this parish lead people to goodness of soul and trust in our Lord.
Christ. I'm going to say something about this game that I've said before, and that I want being said about it. Hey, there's something I could click. Go back, I missed that the first time.
The light of the candles is reflecting in the arch.
really know. But that was anticlimactic.
This is where I took confession after the Holy Communion many years ago. A fleece with golden knitting covers the holy altar table. Holy writing, all Latin.
What does everyone have against Latin? Latin is a perfectly simple language. The little Romans spoke them when they were... No, I'll stop it.
I don't want to disturb them.
I've got some Latin and I'm not bad. It's not a difficult language, I mean that.
Father Frederick,
Hello, Reverb.
Yes,
can I speak with you?
No.
certainly, my son. I am listening.
I am Samuel Gordon.
It has been a long time since we last met, but I still remember you.
That might be good
I
or
would like
bad.
to thank you for what you said at the funeral.
You need not thank me. It was the least I could do for William.
Father, I'd like to talk with you about William.
May he rest in peace. What is it that bothers you, my son?
I know he came here often.
Yes, just like many other people who confess regularly to relieve their souls.
But I also know he came here at night. Can you tell me about that?
Well, since it is you, I guess that I can. He kept asking me to let him into the old Belfry. He was very insistent, and in the end, I fulfilled his wish.
Are there bats in
Have
there?
you any idea what he was looking for in there?
No,
I have not.
bats.
He wanted to be alone, and I respected that. He always spent a lot of time in there, and then left exhausted. I really do not know anything more.
I've heard they used to execute heretics in the attic here a long time ago.
According to the chronicles, the trials would have taken place exactly above where we are standing now.
A strange place to build a church, don't you think?
Huh.
It was Marcus Gordon, your ancestor, who had the church built. He wanted to at least partially atone for the sins and injustice that occurred here. I believe he chose the right path.
Have a look at this, Father. Have you any idea as to what it could be?
No.
I'm afraid I haven't.
Did you
It's
expect?
very old, I would say. Other than that, I'm sorry. I really have no clue.
Tell me, Father, what do you know about Marcus Gordon?
He was a great man of his time. The exact opposite of his older brother. Mordred was a cruel antichrist. He would torture and abuse the innocent in mock trials. Thank God he didn't rule for long. Marcus convinced the peasants to rise and revolt, and they succeeded in overthrowing his reign. You can be proud to be of his blood, my son.
Father, may I make a confession?
Of course. Would you like to do so now?
No, I meant later.
Such things should not be put off. Believe me.
I'll come back later. I promise. Father, I would like to ask you for a favor. I'm interested in having a look around the old belfry.
But my son, the belfry is closed to the public.
So
Why
is
do you
ours
want
and
to
ours
go
there.
there?
I'm afraid I can't explain it at the moment. But it is very important. Believe me.
All right, then. I will make an exception, then. But just for this once.
Thank you.
Follow me, please.
Once went up our belfry, I was a chorister even then, and I went up irregularly, and I was nearly locked in because they forgot me.
I will leave you alone. I have to return to the church and serve others.
Of course, Father. Thank you.
Please tell me when you are done, so that I can lock the grate again.
Of course. I have to figure out how William entered Marcus's tomb.
Oh, we'll do that. I'll have a...
Before I discover the entrance.
I'll take a good look around, and when I'm done I'm going to start the log, and then I'm going to have
of the
a
Madonna.
fit about computer games in general and religion.
It leads to the rear part of the graveyard. The gate is locked from the other side. It can't be opened. There's no lock on it.
I'll leave that in peace right now. That.
Several old pictures and a dusty inventory are lying in the shadows. I can't see anything interesting there.
You're turning your back on it, aren't you? On the pictures, at least.
It is very firm. though
Me, a
quite
cold
old.
never.
The trailing part is very worn, probably by human hands. Perhaps they used it to ring the bell. Who knows?
Yeah, what else would they've done? No case.
The circular stairs lead to the Belfry. I have no reason to go there.
There might be bats.
Its shape resembles that of the stone object.
Oh well. Let's see how that works out. I hate that. Alright. Now we've got to...
I've used it to call the altar.
Let's see about that.
This must be what William wrote about in his diary.
Yes, and what he wrote...
To figure out how it
Shut up.
works.
What he wrote was that we have to exchange the black and white, I'll call them marbles for lack of another word. And I'll try to do that while talking. The thing is, I did it right the first attempt, pretty well actually, so I'll just be bold and keep doing what I think I did before. Right. Now the thing is, computer games, most of them, and one of my examples for that is usually Loom and Titanic Adventure at Times, which, if I get it to run, is also something I will do. If there are representatives of a church or a religion, they are usually assholes. You get that in Titanic, the Reverend Bands, I think his name was 100 years ago that I played that game. And you had, like, I don't know, the what was he called? That man in Loom, that cleric, the bishop. I forget his name. Mandible was he. Bishop Mandible. Who was really terrible on the face of earth. And that is usually what you get when you get religious people in the context of computer games. You get these radicals, these horrible people. And I am not saying that they don't exist, because they do. But not everyone's like that. And that's what I like about this game, because the Reverend is perfectly nice. Now, am I getting into this? I might. See here, if you haven't noticed, but I'll tell you something you may never have guessed. I'm Slavic. And I fulfill the cliche of the religious Slavic person quite well. Not overly religious, but yes. I get uncomfortable with this kind of thing if it's exaggerated. I'm not saying everything's good and well in all the religions on the world. Quite the contrary. I know there's a lot of crap going on. I'm not going to deny that, like, ever. But the thing is, nothing is only black or white, and that's true for every human being, and that's also true for religion, and the representatives of every religion are human, and that's where the problems start. Talk less, do more. That. I'm trying to remember what I did more or less experimentally the first time around. I'm trying to reproduce that because I got it right, but then I didn't talk that much. I think that should be correct so far. What I need to do is I need to get the black things in a row and the white things in a row, and the blue and the the red one in the center. Yeah, that's pretty much that. That goes there, and that goes down there. Yes, and that's what because the father here is quite. He's apparently one of the nicer people in the game. There are people that are a lot less agreeable than him, and that's actually something I can appreciate. I'm not saying that criticism isn't in order, because criticism... What? Criticism apparently is in order. Now I'm confused. I had that differently, I think. I had that down there. And I don't think I had that still up here. I sure shouldn't. Right, that looks good. Talk less, do more.
The right
Multitasking,
combination
thanks.
at last.
Ooh, ha. And all that after 3 glasses of wine. Christ. We hear it, but we don't see it. But suddenly we can click the carpet.
The air in here is barely breathable.
Don't be such a wuss. How bad can it be, really? A little moist, maybe, a little moldy, maybe, a little decay and death, maybe, but...
It's the same as the one upstairs.
Telling us? Go get it. We couldn't have removed it before. Trust me, I tried. Alright, and it was light. Not that I am overly fond of that kind of fire.
Damn, what was that? Entrance has closed. I must open it somehow.
Yep.
It's entirely decayed. Useless.
You wuss. Have I said that? Yeah, I think I have.
Part of the ceiling has collapsed here. The tomb is very old. I can't see anything over there. I'll stay in the light for a moment.
Wuss. Yes, the books.
Black when hot, red when used, grey when thrown out.
And together with a picture that is quite easy to figure out, although it's almost white when thrown out, the word that we look for is coal. So we see that we get that combination here.
It works.
And there it goes. Oh yes, shall wisdom be away? It says that somewhere. Oh, let me get there. Slowly.
Cities without houses, rivers without water, forests without trees.
And that's the example from the diary too, where he said the answer is quite certain is map. He was right. While we're here at the back, can I look at the ceiling? No.
Shall wisdom be your way? The Saint Four, the year of the Lord, 1243.
Right. No, go there.
The more you take away, the larger it grows.
That too is quite simple, I think. That should be a hole. And the last one I had troubles with when I was recording the first time around, but I took down all the letters on the column and I didn't record anyway. And had time to figure it out before I came back to it.
Pages are well preserved. I'll have a look.
It took me that long, actually.
It can't be seen, but it can be heard. It will not speak unless it's spoken to.
It actually took me almost half an hour to get down here. So that's alright. I think it should be echo. I was trying to get ghost, but of course that won't work. From the number of digits alone, it won't work. There we go. Then I took the time to take down all the letters on this column and figure it out. So that is fresh footage from here on, actually. Means
Grave of Marcus
I don't know what I'm
himself.
doing anymore. Let's see him. I remember vaguely taking something out of the hand of a corpse in that game, but I might be wrong.
Marcus, the first Gordon. This must be the key William wrote about in his diary. The first of the 5.
We've got one. A book?
There is no man today who would remember the origin of the Gate of the Two Worlds, the Black Mirror. This record shall be a warning to all who blindly long for power, not hesitating to stray from the path of fate, exposing their soul to dark forces. Mordred, the lord of our manor, an amoral, evil man, plagued the people of these lands for many long years, with his ill nature and hatred. His power, however, was soon ended by Marcus, newly returned from the battles with the disbelievers in distant lands. Well acquainted with the habits of his enemy, Mordred made meticulous preparations to withstand the attack of his brother. Realizing that not even the strong walls of the castle could hold against the onslaught forever, he descended into the underground of the chapel. There, he opened within its heart the Black Mirror, and urged the entities of shadow to help prevent his doom. He was not the only one, however, to know of the secret corridors below the castle. By the hand of fate, the balance of power began to lean towards Mordred's side. There was not much time left. Watching his men die around him, Marcus understood what had to be done. Overwhelmed by fury, he battled his way through many lines of enemies into the labyrinth of corridors leading to the heart of the underground cathedral. With haste, he took advantage of the momentary surprise and thrust his sword with all his might against his brother. Righteous anger hit its target, and cold steel pierced the black heart of the traitor. Victory was within grasp. Staggering on the edge of a bottomless abyss, Mordred gathered his last ounce of strength and brought forth his final desperate deed. With merciless hatred and zealous rage of his defeat, he pronounced the dark words of the curse. Of your blood, others will rise with your name, bearing my curse. One of your heirs will convert 5 souls of 5 mortals. This will be the catalyst to bring my anger back to life. And I will return. When your days have ended, there will be no one to stop me. Mordred then fell to his knees, and the throat of the Black Mirror closed as he took his terminal breath. In that instant, the whole place was filled by a deafening sound and blinding light, followed by an absolute silence. And one last thing to be done. 4 keys of power were divided by Marcus among the lords of the Gordon Manors, the 5th key remaining with Marcus himself. Never again would the keys meet in the hand of a mortal to open the gate between the worlds of good and evil. Such is the story of our Lord that saved us in the Dark Ages. Let his soul rest in peace forever. Isidore Vale, in memory of Marcus Gordon, 1240 A.D.
Right.
Black Mirror. The secret chapel the book mentions must be somewhere below the castle. I'll obtain the 5 keys and finish what William couldn't.
Alright. Yes, that's that. Is there anything else really I can look at? No. Oh, god damn it. Hey, I couldn't look at that before.
I can't see anything interesting. I can't see it.
The hell? Hi, rat. Bye, rat.
Where did it run?
Into a rat hole? I don't know. What the hell? What? Like, do what now? I don't remember that part at all. I remember the mechanical lock.
I must have hurt my arm. Would have
Don't
been
be
worse.
such a wuss.
At least I'm alive.
Right. Where exactly am I?
A mechanism of some sort with 3 levers. With a bit of luck, it might still work.
Yes, if I know what to do.
If only I knew the correct setup. I've got to keep trying.
No. Not now. I'll... Okay, how many ways can there be? That isn't right. Alright. I'm trying to be systematic about this. What did I forget? I think I didn't do that in the... Did I? What? 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 I did that, didn't I do all of the settings? That is one of them. Ah. No, I didn't try all settings with that. Combination. Okay, what did I not try? Alright, use your brain for once. I have to press the button too, don't I? Christ, right.
Nothing. The levers must be in the wrong
Oh,
position.
I've got to.
The mechanism is short on...
Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to be systematic about this. Once I got the setting right, it should work, shouldn't it? I have the faintest idea. I don't think there is a much better way to do this than to just try. Be systematic, Savasia. I don't know. Huh. Alright, I've lost track a bit. I'll give that up as a bad job for now.
A rusty valve. It might be feeding the fuel somewhere.
Interesting.
It's stuck. It won't move the slightest bit.
Huh. Hey!
Excellent.
What the hell?
Everything's going to be easier with light.
You've got
What are the
to
things I
be
lost when I fell
kidding
down
me.
the shaft?
Oh, really? What the hell?
Most of the items are all right.
Do I die if I touch the wire there on the left? I'm picking up all my stuff apparently. Thanks for doing that by yourself.
The camera is smashed.
Yeah, well. Let me... No. That's not what I wanted to write. I want to see if I die if I touch this thing. I probably will. Oh, I do. How fun! So congratulations, we found the first instance where we can actually die in the game. There aren't too many, I think. This is one. I think we can be killed by a wolf at one point too. And I think we can have our head cut off. Haha. I'll continue from a save game next time. This is Asia. Move weiter.